Hello everybody. Today we're going to do 2.1 segment bisectors as a lesson in geometry math. And here's my contact email. 2.1 segment bisectors. We have 36 points here of classwork and then 15 points worth of notes to take. Here is your bell work, teachers. Let your students start on this as they come in your classroom. Homeschoolers, use this as your warm-up. Give you about 3-4 minutes to do that, and then refer to this diagram here. Which of the following is the solution to this equation here? And then here is bell work answer. So this is what you would get in your solution PowerPoints. You would get solutions to all the independent practice and the homework. So here would be, for number 2, the answer would be C. And then for number 1, the answer would be G. Right here. Okay, so we have a classwork sheet here. Geo activity, folding a segment bisector. On a piece of paper, draw line AB. Fold the paper so that point B is on top of point A, like that. So fold it this way so that point B is on top of point A. Label the point where the fold intersects line AB as point M. Label the point where the fold intersects. So this would be an intersector here of line AB. Use a ruler to measure the lengths of AM and MB, AM, MB, and AB. What do you know? What do you know about that, class? In a geo activity, M is called the midpoint of line AB. So M, you would find out that M bisects that AB line segment there. These are equal here. The midpoint of the segment is the point on the segment that divides it into two congruent segments. So these are called congruent segments here. A segment bisector is a segment, ray, line, or plane that intersects a segment at its midpoint. So there's a good definition there. A segment bisector and a bisect means to divide a segment into two congruent segments. Boy, we use that word about 15 times in here. This is the segment slide for sure. And this is classwork, so it's on your classwork sheet, students. And if you want classwork sheets, order them from me, email me, and I'll send you out classwork, the whole course, or at least this assignment. And then here's midpoint and then segment bisector. For vocabulary, students, put these into your own words here. And then bisect. What does the word bisect mean? Find segment lengths. Example 1. M is the midpoint of line AB. Find AM, and MB. So what would be the lengths here of AM and MB? M is the midpoint of AB, so AM and MB are each half the length of AB. So MB equals 1/2 times AB equals 1/2 times 26 equals 13. So by using a simple equation there, we have AM equals 13 and MB equals 13. Here's our guided practice, students. Find RM and MS, and then your independent practice is down here. If you want solutions for your independent practice and homework, email me for that. Well, this one here you actually get mg equals fm, which equals 1/2 of fg, which equals 1/2 of 50 is 25. And then up here, the same thing. We just split this in half. We split RS in half and we get 3 for RM and MS. ms equals rm equals 3. We have classwork page 7 here. Find segment lengths. So P is the midpoint here of RS. P is the midpoint here. Find PS and RS. So if P is the midpoint and RS is of RS, and we know RP, don't we? P is the midpoint of RS, so PS equals RP, therefore PS equals 7. We can do that by just elimination here. You know that RS is twice the length of RP. You know that this is 2 times this, right? So RS is 2 times RP equals 2 times 7 equals 14. Answer, PS equals 7. PS must equal 7 too, because these are congruency marks here. And RS equals 14. Guided practice, find DE and EF. We know the full length here, so what would DE and EF be? And down here in your independent practice, NP and MP, we know MN. So what's the full length here, and then what would this be as well? So here is your independent. I go ahead and throw this in to show you what a solution PowerPoint does. So we come up with MP equals 22, this full length, and then NP equals 11. And then up here, EF equals DE, which equals 9. These 2 segments here are congruent. And then E is the midpoint. So 9, DE equals 9. And then EF would equal 9 as well. That is 2.1. Get a hold of me if you want more lessons and if you want solution PowerPoints for the homework as well. I provide that. And I'll just give you a look here at the homework for 2.1. Here is the first page of the homework. Second page of the homework, finding midpoints on segments. Same thing here, we're finding midpoints on segments.